Six councils say a drop in the price paid for recycled waste has cost over £1 million in lost income. A UKIP Assembly candidate blames rubbish on Cardiff streets on immigration. Now there are calls for him to be deselected. And Gareth Bale isn't included in the Wales squad for the friendlies against Northern Ireland and Ukraine. Good afternoon. Some Welsh councils have lost a total of over £1 million in income because of a collapse in the global price paid for recycled waste. Six authorities have told BBC Wales that a meltdown in waste markets has hit their budgets. Pembrokeshire Council has seen the price it gets for steel drop by 88% over the year. George Hurd has the details.
It's bin day here in Buckley and the weekly recycling round is well underway. Nearly 60% of the rubbish picked up in Flintshire is now recycled, making it a record year for the county.
This is where all the recycled waste collected in Flintshire ends up. The plastic is being sorted here, then it'll be baled up and sold on. And that's where the problem lies. The amount of cash being received for recycled waste across the world has collapsed.
In fact, Flintshire Council estimates it's cost them more than £400,000 in lost income over the last year.
We try to play the market as best we can, but obviously we've got to manage our budgets as we go along throughout the financial year. So it makes it difficult when we do have a drop in issues that we can't control, such as the global price of oil, or when larger countries flood the European market with steel. It does affect the prices that we do get for our materials.
Across Wales, 6 councils who sell on their own recycling waste have told us that they've been feeling the pinch, taking a hit of anything from just a few £1,000s in Gwynedd to six-figure sums in places like Pembrokeshire. So what can councils do when the drop in recycling markets are completely out of their hands? The answer may be to aim for zero waste in the first place, and that's what this project in Bangor has been looking at under the banner Love Your Clothes.
What we really need to be doing is looking at how we prevent waste in the first place, because you can't always rely on the fact that you're going to have a global market for your textiles. So at the moment the global markets of textiles are a bit iffy, and so really we need to be reusing more of it in the communities that we live in.
Finding a new home for an old piece of clothing might seem like a tiny step forward when it comes to saving on waste, but it's something we might all have to consider in the future. By 2025 we need to recycle 70% of what we throw away. By 2050 that goes up to 100%.
Of course, it's not all bad news for councils, because it costs them more than £80 in landfill tax for every tonne of waste they bury at a dump. So every scrap of rubbish sold on is money in the council coffers at a time when they desperately need every penny they can find.